Hey, Taurus. This is a general reading for the sign of Taurus. If you have Taurus anywhere in your birth chart, this is your reading. Also, Taurus, if there's any readings that maybe something in the title or something in the imagery catches your attention, please note that there could be a message in there for you. Spirit does not know labels. Spirit does not know the constraints of time. Spirit will guide you or lead you or pull you towards a message when there is something there for you. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the sign of Taurus. Thank you, Spirit. Interesting cards shaping up for you here, Taurus. Taurus, I did want to take a few moments to talk about the lunar eclipses that will be happening in the month of October. Lunar eclipses are very powerful energies, and we can expect that lunar eclipse on October 14th will, let me start again. There's going to be 2 lunar eclipses in October. The first lunar eclipse will occur October 14th, and that lunar eclipse will happen in Libra. With that lunar eclipse, we can expect to receive or to see dramatic and exciting changes to our reality. So we're going to experience a shift or a new clarity, or have a new clarity in our reality. And since that is occurring in Libra, we can expect that shift in our reality to help facilitate or help bring on balance and harmony into our lives. And Taurus, that is Spirit guiding us towards learning to share our feelings. When we share all of who we are with the world, that is when we find true acceptance, not only of ourselves, but of acceptance of our life's path, our soul's journey. And look, we have this beautiful 6 of Cups as the foundation of this reading, Taurus. And that 6 of Cups in that position also came up in Pisces reading. I would invite you to watch Pisces reading. There may be a message in that reading for you. I will link that reading at the end of this reading in case you would like to watch that. And so this 6 of Cups, one moment please. Taurus. Thank you for that, Taurus. I just wanted to make sure with this reading I had this was not the Virgo's reading, but it was the Capricorn's reading. So I am going to post a link to the Capricorn's reading at the end of this reading. I do believe there's a message in that reading for you if you are interested. And so the 6 of Cups, and also with the Capricorn, we also had this 9 of Swords directly behind that, directly pushing that. And so that is an indicator that we're experiencing unpleasant thoughts, unpleasant memories. And these can be memories from childhood or long past memories, or fresh memories or recent memories. But there are some unpleasant memories that are coming up for you at this time. And we also talked about in the Capricorn reading how those unpleasant memories actually help fertilize our soil, help move us, help project us in a more positive direction. It's almost like if there's two extremes or two sides to a coin. There's the positive side of a coin and a negative side of the coin. But in order to appreciate the positive side of the coin, we need to experience the negative side of the coin. And so I think that these negative thoughts, these negative feelings that you are having at this time, Taurus, are going to help shift you, going to help guide you on your life's path, on your life's mission to find a more enjoyable experience. And let's see how that Six of Cups plays out into the rest of your reading. And in your public life, in your professional life, we have the Nine of Cups, Judgment, protective balancedness. And here we have the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups is really speaks to being stuck in thoughts of the past, being stuck in what has gone wrong in the past, and are having a difficult time turning to look to see the gifts that are in our present. And so the past, many times, if we let it, will take away from our present. A greediness. There was a greediness that caused a judgment. This greediness, this judgment caused the feeling of guardedness, the feeling of needing to protect ourselves and guard against. This guardedness has affected all areas of life. So while there was a protectiveness and a guardedness, it not only was in your public life or your work life, but it has carried over to all aspects of your life. It's carried over to your finances, it's carried over to your family and friends and your home life. It's carried over to your professional life and your spiritual well-being. All aspects of your life. And so because it's gone to all aspects of your life, there's a guardedness, there's a protectiveness, it's almost like shutting everyone and everything out. And by doing that, other things aren't able to come in. And you keep looking back at that. It's difficult for you to move on. It's difficult to move past from that. And again, I do believe that that is the memories in your professional life stemming from that greediness and that judgment. Taurus, you can surround yourself with like-minded people. And you can let go. You can open up and let like-minded people in and search out that new project or search out that new venture that you're wanting to set out on. They are there. Those like-minded people are there. You'll need to just look out for them in order to let them in. You need to, it's okay to be guarded, and being guarded about this situation is totally acceptable and totally understandable. But we also need to open up enough in certain areas to let those new opportunities in, to let like-minded people in. And you'll need to look for them. You will need to look for them. If you look, you will find them. And, you know, Taurus, networking is an important part of growing. And the best thing that we can do to network is our attitude. Networking is all about attitude. And generating positive energy, generating positive thoughts. I do understand how difficult that is with those thoughts, with those memories of this past misdeed, and with the guardedness, with the wall that you have put up. And it does come, to a certain extent, it does come down to learning to trust ourselves. When we trust ourselves, it really doesn't matter what other people are saying or doing around us. Many times, what we are fearful will happen never happens. That's just unrealized fear, unrealized energy. And so when we find ourselves having thoughts or being fearful of what might happen, we do have the ability to stop our mind, ask ourselves a question: what is the opposite of this situation? What is the best case scenario? And focus and think about the best case scenario. And trust that if the best case scenario does not play out, trust and have a plan if the worst case scenario plays out, that you are going to be okay, that you know the actions that you can take or the adjustments that you can make to be okay. You will be okay. You will be okay when you trust and follow your inner knowing, your inner wisdom. Don't worry. You can overcome whatever comes your way. It's about being ready to accept that good, being open to receive when that good, when what it is that you would like arrives. In your personal life, in your private life, I'm not surprised that we see the Tower card here. And again, that Tower card really does play into that lunar eclipse in the new moon of Libra. And that dramatic and exciting changes that will come with that. And the gift of that change, the gift of the chaos, is newfound clarity, is a newfound reality, is the shift. And so without that chaos, there wouldn't be the shift. Without the ending, there would not be the new beginning. There will not be when I see this Four of Wands, to me, this is almost like the Freedom card. I know in different readings it speaks to different, and in some readings it may speak to coupleships, to partnerships, to marriage. But for you, Taurus, I see that this is a newfound freedom. The breaking free of the prison, the breaking free of the castle walls. And the celebration, if we look closer at that card, we can see there's people celebrating, there's a party, and we can see the castle in the background, which they have left. And so in order to be outside of the castle, we need to end whatever is going on in the castle. And I do believe that that is what this Tower moment is here for you, Taurus, is to the ending of something, the chaos. Out of chaos comes clarity. Out of chaos comes order. And sometimes we do not know the order, the direction to see, unless there's that chaos and the ending, so the new can manifest, so the new can create. Out of chaos comes order here for you. And Taurus, for you, your planetary, your sun, your moon, and your planets are lining up. And with the eclipses, everything is lining up. You are entering into a very sacred time of personal growth. Of personal growth. And I do believe, again, that is the Tower. That is the ending. But the new beginning. The new beginning. And sometimes that chaos, that Tower, starts with memories of the past and working through those memories of the past And I'm just sensing that maybe embracing your inner child, working through those childhood memories, instead of avoiding those, instead of turning your back on them, we can learn to reparent ourselves and embrace our inner child and care for our inner child like we would have liked to be cared for when we were when we were a child. We can parent and redirect what happened to us as a child, what happened to us even in our past, what happened to us in our recent past. We can relearn, reorganize, and we can give ourselves what it is that we would have liked to receive at that time. Final thoughts, final messages of fairness, charity, temperance, the Empress, practicing for the future. And I do believe, Taurus, this is speaking to attuning with or tuning into your own needs. Perhaps to a certain extent, up until this time, you really haven't been aware of, or you really haven't been focusing on what it is that you need, on what it is that you would like to manifest, on what it is that you were sent or that you have chosen to be on this planet for. And we have this wonderful temperance card, and this temperance is practicing alchemy. And so her alchemy, to practice alchemy here, we see her using the seen, the unseen, and more importantly, her inner wisdom, her inner knowledge, her inner knowing. And that is a real balance. That is a real practice of alchemy. And that is how we change our physical environment. And that is how we change the environment of those closest to us. And that is really how we change the world, by practicing our own alchemy and practicing what works for us with this physical, the seen, the non-seen, and the intellectual, in the inner wisdom, the inner knowing. And here I see you taking that and using that to achieve the Empress. And the Empress has mastered, has become the fertile soil where everything that would like to be manifested will be manifested. And here again we see Spirit asking you to let your guard down. Let the opportunity, let the abundance come in. The opportunity, the abundance cannot come in until you have let your guard down. Taurus, attuning with your own needs will help you overcome any challenges you might face at this time. And that is the message that I have for Taurus. Thank you, Taurus. You have a blessed week.